bring the pain to him. And that's all it is. Then we're going to see how tough you are. Tough guy.
And Muhammad Ali, they showed the movie The Greatest. It's like 77, 76, I'm 11 years. They played Ali, and then Ali walks in and talks to the kids. And I saw him, I saw everybody going crazy. I said, I want to be like him. And from there, I go upstate New York. There's a guy that used to be a professional boxer named Bobby Stewart. Mr. Stewart taught me how to box, and eventually he said, I want to introduce you. So he took me upstairs. I met Cus D'Amato.
I'm not a creator. What I do is discover and uncover. See, my job is to take the spark and fan it. When it starts to become a little flame, I feed it. And I feed the fire until it becomes a roaring blaze. And then when it becomes a roaring blaze, I pour huge logs on. And then you really got a fire going.
He said, you do what I tell you to do, and if it doesn't work, then you can leave. So I said, okay, bet. So I did everything he told me to do, and I won. And then one day he used to say, listen, you have the chance to change your life, your family's life. You could be something very special. Don't you want to be champion? You could be champion of the world. And I didn't pay no attention to it. He said, really? You could be champion of the world. You could devastate the world. No man could take what you do. You just got to believe it. And I started believing in this old man. I stopped being a little thief. I used to go back to New York and rob people and then come back upstate and hide out. Then I stopped doing all that. I changed my whole life.
The physical part of boxing is so minor that most people would never believe it or accept it. Because in my opinion, the mind and emotions are about 75% of boxing.
He didn't let me box. He would just talk to me for like 2 or 3 weeks about fighting and the psychology of fighting. And what fighting was truly about. Fighting wasn't nothing physical, it was all spiritual. And he was saying, if you don't have the spiritual warrior in you, you'll never be a good fighter. I don't care how big or strong you are. And he explained that to me.
Fear is something which has to be controlled. I always compare it to fire. Fear, like fire, must be controlled. And once it gets out of control, like fire, it can destroy everything around you. Not only the individual, but everything around you. But once you control fear like fire, you can make it workable.
We started fighting. I had my first amateur fight, and I was so scared, and I went downstairs, and I said, man, I should get on this training. It's never come back. I wanted to get on the training, just leave. I was so scared, but I put myself together with the discipline I learned from Cus, and I went in the ring, and I scored the 3rd round knockout.
The fighter who controls his fear can now function in a manner far over and beyond anything he was capable of before. Fear is your friend, and if we don't panic, we maintain a discipline and a control over them, we can use them. And they not only will help us survive the particular incident, but continued success.
1, 2, 3.